Hey guys, it's LSuperSonicQ here, and we're back with part 2 of the Riolu clay tutorial. So, before I start, I have to kind of correct myself. So, the other day, Zero Yams commented on the first part, and he said that the gray I used was a little too light. And after looking at the official artwork for Riolu, he's right. So, in the video, I said that I was going to use a lighter gray because the Brawl trophy actually had kind of a lighter gray. It's different than the official artwork, but after looking at all the other screenshots of Riolu and stuff, it should be the darker color, so I'm going to change it right now. I don't think I'm going to use the actual black that they give you. Instead, I'm going to use this kind of, I guess it's like a dark brown, but it's more along the lines of like a black than a brown. I don't know, it's such a weird, oh, so by the way, I'm going to take this toothpick and just kind of peel this off. While I talk about this, so it's just kind of a weird color because if you look at the Brawl trophy, like I said, that's what I was using, for reference. It's not exactly what the what all the other artwork dictates that the colors of Riolu look like. So it's just kind of weird, but I'll go the extra step to kind of take all this off and stuff because you guys know me. I'm a real perfectionist when it comes to like colors and color accuracy and stuff like that. So we can easily change that. So pretty much, I'm just taking the toothpick and kind of just just taking that clay off, and then. So that was a really easy fix. We'll just put it back on right now. Alright, so we gotta open this color. So today we're probably gonna get the entirety of the head done. Not sure about anything else. I said we were gonna start with the body last time, but we might not. It depends. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Alright, so we're gonna pretty much do the same thing as we did last time. And, well, you know what? I'm gonna do this actually differently. I'm gonna try this a little differently. I thought of this, and it might work better, it might not. But I'm gonna try it. So, I'm kind of going to take some clay and flatten it in my hand, and then using the Riolu artwork, kind of form it to what, the little black portion looks like over his... Okay, there we go. This is looking a lot better. This is looking a lot better. So, thanks for that, Zero Yams. Alright, so I'm kind of going to put it like this now. Like that, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. See, I guess this is kind of all trial and error, because when I did the Lucario one, I was kind of doing it the same way. I was doing these long strips and kind of just putting them all along his face, but I guess it's a lot easier to do this in kind of a couple different sections, and then you can just connect the center like that. And I think that actually does look a little bit more authentic. And we have a lot more area to work with for the eyes. Alright, so now we'll just really quickly do the little bit on his nose that we did the other day, and then we'll start doing I guess we'll start doing the eyes actually. So this I think will be done pretty much the same way, like that. Just kind of even it out. Alright, this is looking good. Alright, so I think the ears are actually pretty... See, once again, the Brawl Trophy model made the ears look a lot bigger than I think they really are, because the artwork looks like we have them about right, but just the Brawl Trophy model, I don't know, something about that was off. Alright. So now we're going to do the eyes. I think we are going to move on to the eyes. It's probably going to be the bulk of this video. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done clay tutorials, guys. I think the last time I did one was the Creeper tutorial, and that was back in July, I think. Well, July of, last year, so it's been a while. But anyway, so we're going to take some white clay, take just a really small bit of white clay. I should make a note of this too. This probably won't be too relevant if you're following along and you just put on this kind of dark brown color, because it's a dark color, so it won't really bleed off on your hands. But if we were using like a light color, like maybe even this orange or something, or like definitely there's some reds that can stain your hands. You don't want to touch the white with the red on your hands, because it'll stain the white and it'll give real like red eyes or whatever. That won't look good. So for future models, just keep that in mind. I guess it's not really relevant here, but I wanted to point it out anyway. So we're gonna take, I guess maybe I should get some more clay. Gonna take some more clay, and kind of just like we formed these kind of sections of his eyes, we're gonna do pretty much the same thing, because his eye is pretty much that same exact shape. And actually, what you can do as well, you see it kind of forming it on my hand a little bit. I guess it didn't really work. All right, you can use a toothpick like this and it'll make it a lot easier to kind of put it onto the face instead of trying to use your finger or anything. And my gamepad's going to die. That's great. A quick visual note. Alright, I think I got it. Don't know why that's even dead. Dude, I hate the charge in the gamepad. It doesn't stay at all. I swear I charged that last night. Alright, so now once it's on the clay, I'm gonna kind of spread it with my finger. So see how this is kind of working? So what this does, because it's actually kind of a technique I made a tutorial on it, so I'll link that in the description, is if we actually took clay, you know, like a huge thing of clay and formed it and then tried to put it on his, you know, this dark brown section, it would probably stick out like quite a bit. And this is an eye, so we don't want it to like stick out because we still have to put the orange on and then a little black highlight in the eye. So we don't want, you know, everything to be like this far out of the model. So by doing it a lot thinner and kind of the way I did it, it didn't create a whole lot of like depth, which is good. It's what we want. So it looks like that, and the eye still looks good. So let me do that on the other side too. Maybe we can get through this without the gamepad dying though. I'm not sure. I know like when the DS starts to blink and stuff, you have like a good like 45 minutes. I think when the gamepad starts to blink, you got like 5. But I don't know. I'll charge it for tomorrow. We can probably finish this up. Yeah, toothpicks are just really handy, especially for me. Well, especially right now since I'm kind of doing this like over a camera. You know, I don't have like, you know, I almost. It's like I'm not even bending my elbows because like they're bent around the camera, so I'm not even bending my elbows to like try to sculpt this, but it's working pretty well with the toothpick. I recommend toothpicks. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a tutorial on stability in your clay models at some point, and I think the toothpicks will definitely come in handy for that. So anyway, I'm gonna fix this eye a little bit. Try and make them as even as you can, like both eyes. You know, you kind of want them to be the same size, or roughly the same size. Alright. I think that's pretty good. That's looking pretty good. I like that. So now we'll do the eyeballs. Let me zoom out a little bit. So we need this orange color for that. And now, kind of like I said in all my tutorials, depending on how big or small you sculpt this, I guess it will be easier or more difficult to actually put on all these details. Because I'm sculpting really small, so it's going to be like, oh, the eyes were already small enough. Now we're going to have to go even smaller. But if you were doing this larger, you probably wouldn't have as much difficulty. But anyway, we're just going to take a really small bit of orange clay. We're just going to roll it. Or I guess I'm going to put it in my finger. Roll it, and then kind of just flatten it on my finger, and then just like that. So there we go. Make it a little larger. There we go, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now we'll just do that to the other side. Not a big deal. Yep, the gamepad, oh, it didn't die, it just went into like, the screen just dulled. So we'll do the same thing. Like this. So it's looking pretty good. And now we only have one more bit to do on the eye, which you could use the black for this. I'm not going to open a whole nother color, so I'm just going to use this brown that we were using because it's dark enough where it's not really going to matter. And we're going to go even smaller and just put a little black highlight right in his eye, right like that. We'll do the same thing for the other side. Like that. And we're pretty much good. The only thing I'm going to do is just kind of use my toothpick and just kind of make it so that, you know, looks a little bit like he's kind of like, not angry, but you know what I mean. Alright, it's looking pretty good. I like how this is looking. Sorry, just alright. Alright, so there we go. So there is the head. We can definitely finish the head today. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put the mouth on now. Wow, I need some. Where's the color? Alright, I'm gonna get some of this. I guess it's light pink or whatever. The mouth is pretty easy from the looks of this. It's kind of just like a circle. So I'm just gonna do what we were doing for like the eyes and stuff, and just kind of put it on the side of his face like that, because it's pretty much what the artwork shows. And actually, we'll go real fancy here. I'm gonna take a little bit of brown and put it kind of above, and then spread it a little bit so that it looks like he has like a tongue in his mouth, like that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I guess you could have put it maybe a bit under his nose a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave it there. I think it looks fine. I guess it was just kind of depth in the picture. Oh, I like it though. I'm gonna leave it there. And then the last bit, it's probably gonna be the easiest part, is the I don't know what you call them, the little whatever dreadlocks, whatever. So really easy. We're just gonna make kind of like a teardrop shape, and then we're just gonna put it right. Kind of just, I guess, attach it with your finger, just right to, like, you know, onto the brown that we had going on. I don't think, at least in terms of my scale for this model, they're not going to fall off if I just attach them with my finger. But you might want to stick a toothpick in there if yours is like really large, and just to kind of secure it a little bit more. But I think it's gonna be fine. Alright, well the gamepad just died, but that's good because I think we're pretty much finished. I'm just gonna kind of fix these seam lines with the toothpick. Kind of meld the clay into each other a little bit better. And with that said, after I do a couple more perfectionistic things, just on the eyes. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for today. This is as far as we got. We finished the head, so that's pretty awesome. Tomorrow, we'll start the body. So thanks for watching. I'm LSuperSonicQ. All those links in the description. My vlog channel, and the blog, and the Twitter, and all that stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.